Welcome to this video. My name is Rajveer, founder of Code and Compile, and in this video, I'm going to show you how measuring made easy using IND400, which is a smart weighing indicator from Mettler Toledo. You might have seen old school indicator in which you might have a weighing scale or some numbers, but they're not doing anything. You have to note down this weight in your register or some of your data records so that you can work on that later on. But imagine a weighing indicator which can directly send the data to your cloud, dashboard, or automation system. This is possible. So welcome to IND400. This device can communicate via various communication protocols, so it can send the data directly to your system. So you don't have to do it manually. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you a small demo. You can see this weighing indicator on my table. It's right there, and I have some demo weights. And I'm going to show you how I can connect this weighing indicator to an MQTT broker and how I can share the data. All right. So before I come to the live demo, I just want to tell you some typical applications of that. The IND400 is not just for factories. It's for smart solutions with precise weighing and real-time data transmission to the cloud or MQTT broker or some management system. And this makes it ideal for pharmaceutical industries, where audit trails, secure data, time synchronization, and LTAP support is required for GMP environment. The IND400 links with food production system to control operation stations remotely and unify production data. This is ideal for portioning fruits, vegetables, or ready-made meals like pizzas. Furthermore, this device can also work with various weighing sensors, from ultra-precise bench scales and milligrams to heavy-duty scales up to 12 tons. So introducing you Smart Weighing Indicator IND400. This indicator has high precision. It is having a touchscreen. It is a robust build, and it can connect via various protocols like Modbus, TCP, RTU, OpenAPI, MQTT, and OpenCA, which is coming soon. So today in this video, I'm just going to talk about MQTT. All right, so what do we do today? So before coming to the live demo, one more time, for those people who doesn't know why we use MQTT and what is MQTT. So MQTT is a very lightweight protocol, which is having a low bandwidth, and it's ideal for IoT application. And it is also comes with secure data transmission. So imagine, for those who doesn't know MQTT at all, let's imagine you subscribe to a YouTube channel, right? So you subscribe to a channel to get some data from that YouTube channel. So whenever this YouTube channel has some update, you get the data. All right. So this is similar to here as well. We have a broker. So broker is which holds the data, right? So we have some publishers. So publishers could be an MQTT client which publish the data to the broker. It is sending the data to the broker, and broker holds this data. And then you have subscribers, which will take the data, right? So publisher is going to publish the data, subscriber is going to read the data, and there are other clients which are publisher and subscriber. They can do both actions, all right? So in our case, our device IND400 will be a publisher, and it can also be a subscriber. I'm going to show you how. So you can imagine what it's going to publish, the weight, okay, what it can subscribe to some commands. I'm going to show you in the end. So this is like the basic why we use MQTT in this case. And what is the live demo today? So today we're going to see how we can send the data from IND400, which will act as an MQTT client, to the broker. So in our case, we can have broker on the cloud, or we can have a local broker. So in this demo, I'm going to use a local broker. So my broker is running in my Revolution Pi with my edge device. It can be anywhere in your system. And then we're going to see how we can subscribe this data from the broker, which the device is publishing, to visualize it on a dashboard. Okay, this is the live demo. So there are several steps involved. Step number one, you have to set up your MQTT broker, which is very important. You need to have a broker. So in this case, I'm going to show you I already have a broker running in my Revolution Pi. So let me just log into my Revolution Pi and see if I can get to the broker. So I have to log in. The password I have to check. I saved somewhere. All right, so now I'm inside my edge device. I just need to type a command which can verify me if the broker is running. So the command that I need to type is, I just read it from my screen. So I have installed Mosquito Broker in my edge device, and you can see that I get the result. The broker is running, and the port number is 1883. This is the port of my MQTT broker, all right? So my broker is up and running in my device. The device that I'm using is Revolution Pi. And this is having an IP address 192.168.0.109, and that's the port number of that. Okay, so broker is up and running. Now what we have to do, we have to set up the MQTT client in my weighing indicator. All right, now you can see weighing indicator on my table, but you can see that it's not so easy to visualize the screen if I do that there. So for that, I'm going to show you another important feature of this device, that you can connect to this device via VNC. This makes remote monitoring, remote controlling really easy because this is connected to my network. So the device is already connected to my network. So I just enter the IP address of my device, which is this here, 192.168.0.58, and I can show you the properties as well. That's the IP address of my device. And the port address is 5900, which you don't see it here, but I will show you shortly. And then you have a password, which is already inside my device. So I just connect that to the device, and I have my screen here. How easy it is to visualize your weighing indicator remotely on your computer. All right, so we have to set up now the MQTT client in that. In this case, if you see, we have a drop-down window on the top. If I click on that, I am right now logged in as an operator. Okay, so you have a possibility to log into your device as well. I go inside the operator and I will log out because I need to be admin to set up my MQTT client. So I'm logged out. Now for the admin, my username is 002. I do not have any password in this case. So to set up the MQTT client on my IND400, you have to go to the settings, and there you will see communication. And in the communication, if you drag down, you will see MQTT client. Just click on that, and now you will see you have a client ID Toledo by default. You can change the client ID. You can give any name that you like. And in the host, you have to enter the host address of your broker. In my case, you can see that the broker is running on my Revolution Pi, and that's the IP address of the broker, and that's the port address. Okay, so I will put 192.168.0.109. Okay, that's my IP address. And then if you drag down, you will see port address is by default 183. I'm not using any security. And if your broker needs some user authentication like username and password, you need to provide that here. I do not set up that, so I don't need to enter that here. But in case if you have that, you have to mention that here. And this is the connection timeout and keep alive value, 6 seconds. You can just keep it as default. Click on tick. And then if you go back, okay, go inside it one more time, you can see that it's already connected. Okay, so this is the first step. You have to make sure your device is connected to the broker. And there is a button here to disconnect that. Okay, so this was how you can connect your MQTT client to the broker. Now the next step is we have to set up our topic for the device. And now if I show you again, this is now my admin. Okay, now in admin, I will go to my settings here, and I go to the communication, and I go to the connection. Now in the connection, I can set up my MQTT client connection. In this case, it's very simple. Click on the plus here and check out the COM. And if you drag down, you will see MQTT client. Select this one. Mode is transfer. So there are 2 modes of operation. So before I select the mode, I'm going to show you the slide again. There are 2 modes of operation. One is the transfer mode, and one is the ComOne mode. The transfer mode is used if you just want to publish the data, which means if the device is only publishing to the broker, that's the transfer mode. It's not subscribing to any data. In ComOne mode, you can publish and you can subscribe as well. I'm going to show you both. Okay, so the first case is we just use the transfer mode. In this case, the transfer mode is only going to transfer the value to the broker, which is the weight value. Okay, so let's go back to my VNC. So I will keep my transfer mode selected. Then the print type is ASCII printer. And if I drag down, you can see that published topic is transfer. By default, the topic is transfer. I keep it as it is. Click on apply that, and now you can see that the connection is here, mode is transfer, communication is MQTT client. Now I just have to do is I have to publish the value. For that, there's one more step. You have to connect your application to this connection that we just created. So for example, if I drag down again, you go to the settings and you go to the application. I'm going to use the basic weighing application. This is the application I'm going to use. In basic weighing application, you can see that if I put the box on my, okay, let's just go out. If I just put the box here, it's just going to give me the weight. Okay, this is what I'm going to use as an application to send the data via transfer mode, which we just selected. So you go back to your application, basic weighing, and here you can see that transfer, and here there is no connection. Connection is none. You can change that, and you can select the connection 1. It automatically selected. Now this weighing application, basic weighing application, is going to send the data via the connection which I created before for MQTT. So let's go out, and now you can see that this is my weight. And now whenever I put a box there, you can see several parameters. This is the weight in kilogram, and there are some buttons here which I'm going to talk about that later. This is somewhere when you're going to tare the value, clear the values, things like that. Now this value now should be going to the broker. Let's verify that. In this case, I'm going to use Node-RED. Node-RED is a very easy to use application for monitoring MQTT data going in and out. So I'm just going to bring it here. And let's bring it here. Okay, this is way too big. Let's organize my window. So what we're going to do is, my broker is already connected. Okay, so I'm just going to subscribe now to the topic. So this is my MQTT node. And remember, the topic was transfer, which we selected. So this is my broker details. This is the broker running in my Revolution Pi. Topic is just transfer. Click on done, and let's check the debug window if we receive anything. I deploy it, and let's see that now. So here we should be able to see the values. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the weight out, and let's put back the weight in. There you go. You have the information coming, and if I click on that, you will see it has a date, it has a time, it has a brutto weight, netto weight, tare value, and the Waage number, the name of the scale number. So we have the information coming fraction of seconds via MQTT in our device. But you might be imagining this information is right now is in a pure string format. Okay, you can play around with the code, and you can convert that string format into a JSON format so that you can really use it in your system. I have actually created a sample system here. You can see that. This is my sample code here where I was just playing around with that. And there I was able to get the value. I think I have this function here. Yep, this was the function. And if I open this now, yeah, let's deploy it. And now you will see I will get the values. I will take the weight away and put it back. There you go. You can see the values now is coming in the JSON format. So this is just showing you the possibility of the data that is being sent by the scale. You can play with the data, and you can get the format, the format that you want. You can convert that and get it into your system directly. Okay, so this was super easy how you can transfer the data from your weighing scale via MQTT to the broker. This was the mode 1, transfer mode. Now you know that in the weighing scale there are several features like zeroing the scale or taring the scale. So this features, you can see, I can also do that on my screen. So right now my weight is 207 grams. I take it away. So it's anyways zeros. I don't have to zero it further. Okay. You can also see it on my screen. I have some buttons here which is saying 0 or tare or clear. So these are the buttons on the right side of my scale. These buttons can perform some actions. But if I want to perform these actions remotely, that is the question. For that, we use ComOne mode. In this case, you can perform these functions remotely. You can get the measurements, you can zero the scale, you can tare the scale, you can preset the scale and clear the scales, all of that. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So in this case, I will go back to my Node-RED, and first thing, we have to start a new connection. Okay, so in this case, let's go back to my VNC viewer. And here you can see, go to your settings, communication, connection, and I start a new connection. In this case, in the communication mode, again, I will select MQTT client. And now you can see that mode automatically is ComOne because he knows that transfer mode is already being used. Very smart. And now you have two topics. Published topic is response. This is a topic where my weighing scale is going to publish the data. So I'm going to get the data from the scale via response. And then you have subscribe topic, where the weighing scale subscribe to the data. So this is a command. This is a command where I send the command to my weighing scale. All right. So this is okay. I click on tick. Now we are done. So this is done. Now what we have to do is now we can send the commands. For example, now I put the weight on it. Let's just put the weight. So I know this is 207 grams. Now I need to send the command to read this weight. In this case, what I do is I will take an inject node, a function node, and I take an MQTT out. Okay, so I have to send a piece of code to my topic, which is called command. So my command is the topic where I send the command to get the data. So let's say I put here get measurement. Oops, sorry, wrong. Get measurement. So what is the code that I need to send to the broker to get the measurement? So I have I was playing around with some code, and I have saved somewhere. If you want a copy of my code, I can give you. This might be in the description of the video that you're already watching. All right, so let's see, where was that? There we go. So I just copy that. So I have a code here. You can see that there is a message which has a header, and there's a version. This is the key of my object. Message type is a request. Action code is a read. Message ID 1234. These are the default values. And the path, this is important. This is the measurement and the weight. So if I send this message to the command, I will get the response. Where do I get the response? In another topic. So I select the same broker. Response was a response topic, I believe. Let me just verify that one more time. Setting, communication, connection, com mode. Yeah, it was response and command. All right, that's correct. So response is going to give me the information. So I can just go to the debug and I can check that. So let's deploy it. And now let's clear the debug. Now you can see that here, if you see my weighing scale, I can just also put it here. This is having the weight 207 grams. Now we'll send the timestamp. It is sending the command, and the command has been gone. And now I got the result here. So here's the result. You can see the payload. It has a message, it has a header and the measurement, and in the measurement you have a lot of information. You have the ID, you have the type, you have the device name, you have the gross weight, net weight, Tare value, stability, UOM code, and this is the value. This is the net value, 207 grams. So this is the command that I send. Hey, give me the weight. So that you can send the command to your device and get the result. Let's try one more time. Here, I just need to turn off this here. Yeah, let me just turn off everything here as well. Now I can just deploy and send one more time, and I got the feedback. Okay, so this is how you can get the measurement out of your device, by sending a piece of code to your MQTT broker. Now this was just about getting the measurement. Now let's see, we need to have a command to tare the scale. Now to tare the scale, I can maybe just take some, I don't have much products there. Okay, let's just use this box as for tearing the scales. Okay, so here you can see that now the value of the scale is 207 grams. I want to use this as a tare value. Okay, so I have another piece of code, and I can copy that, bring the function here, the scale. Just tare the scale. Let's see. There you go. So the command is, you have a message, you have a header, same version, message type, action code. In this case, it's update. Before it was read. Okay, message type is same, and path is command. Okay. Now in the command, you can see that device name is scale 1. We know that this was the scale 1. You can see that device name is here. And the command code, that is the only thing you need to send. Command code, tare. So once you send tare, whatever weight is on the device, it will become the tare value of that. So let me just copy that here. And this is the command I'm sending, and deploy. So now you can see that I already have 207 grams on my scale. And if I tare this, so let me just reorganize. If I send now tare the scale, you can see that here is the tare value, 0.207 kg. And this becomes 0. So I hope you know what the tare is. So when you have some base equipment on which you want to measure the product, the base equipment weight should not be in the product weight. Okay, so you tare that. So now if I put another box on top, let's put this one. Now this is the weight of this box. Okay, 507 grams. So this is how you can tare the value. And now because we tare this, now if I remove this box, you will see the value will be minus. Okay, this is coming in minus because the tare has been removed. So in this case, you can also reset or clear the scale or clear this tare. Okay, so let me show you now another command to clear the scale. So I will copy paste this one. I put here clear the scale, and the only thing you need to change is instead of tare, just type clear. That's it. And I copy that, put it here, give it to this one, and I deploy. Now I send this command, you can see that it will clear. Now the tare value is gone. And now it's just showing you the weight of this object. Super easy, right? And this is just about one device. Imagine you have hundreds of weighing scale on your production line or in your system, and you want to send the clear command to all of them. It's so easy. Just by click of a button, you can configure that. So let's do one more command. I think I have one more command to show you. Preset tare the scale. So this is another interesting command. So we have seen tare the scale. You can also preset the value directly by giving the command. So I will copy this one here, paste here. So I will just type here preset tare the scale. And in this case, I just have to copy this, paste here. So here is a bit different command. Here the command code is preset tare, and then you have to give value and the unit. So the value you can give here, let's say I want to give 0.05 kg. Click on done. And what happened? Oh, I disabled it by mistake. So now let's set it to the command. And now you can see that there is no tare value. If I push this one, you have 0.05 kg as a tare value. All right, super easy. Again, if you don't want that, you can clear that. So this was how you can get the measurement from your IND400. You can also zero the scale. I didn't show you that, but there's a command to zero the scale as well. In this case, you just have to, let's say I copy this command. And for zeroing the scale, I believe this is just here 0. Now, right now, you can see that my scale is already having 0 values. So in case if you have values coming in minus or positive without any weight on that, you can also zero the scale using this command. Okay, so that's how you can do multiple operations by publishing data to your device, which means the device is subscribing from the broker, but I'm publishing from my another client. So to sum up everything, I just also want to show you a very nice interface that I created. So this was just a tiny demo to show you here for the test. And I was playing around with the code before. And if I just deploy that, this is going to show you a small dashboard that you can have for your weighing scale. So let me just open the dashboard now. There you go. This is your weighing scale dashboard. And I can show you my VNC over here if you like. So there you can see. Now if right now, this is showing you minus because this is the last value. So let's put a box here. So the weight is 0.207 kg. You can see that this is the transfer mode. This widget here is the transfer mode, where I get the weight automatically when the weight changes. And here is the ComOne mode. I can click on Get Measurements, and now you can see that gross weight is 0.207, net weight is 0.207, tare value is 0. And status is OK, timestamp is here. That's how I'm communicating via the ComOne mode. And now if I want to tare the scale, I can click on this one. This will tare the scale. Now the tare value is 0.207. You can see that here as well. And now I can put the weight here. So in this case, you will see the gross weight is 0.207. Oh, sorry. Let me click on Get Measurement. Gross weight is 0.714. Net weight is 0.507. This is the net weight. But you see here gross weight as well, and you see the tare value as well. So net weight is basically gross weight minus tare value. This is the net weight. So I'm just showing you the possibility of getting the data out of your weighing scale, making it more smarter, more flexible, more easy to use, more easy to integrate into your current system. All right. So this is about IND400. IND400 in action to show you how possible, how easy, how flexible it is to get the data out of the device. And this brings me to the end of the video. If you want to learn more about that, feel free to visit to mt.com and check out their products. And if you have any questions, any doubt, feel free to comment below this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how this device can also talk via APIs, via HTTP request, or how you can connect this device directly to the cloud MQTT Broker. So stay tuned. See you soon in the next videos. Have fun. Bye-bye.